the summer of 2022, the Church of Scotland decided that the Colintraive Church was to become surplus to requirement. A group of people got together to see if it was possible to purchase the building for the community. This group is now called Friends of Colintraive Church. As required by the Church of Scotland, the group is now registered as a charity, has a robust constitution, trustees, and a bank account. The churches of West Kyle have recently agreed that the Friends of Colintraive Church may purchase the building at market value.
Over the last 2 years, by holding open meetings, we have taken community views and wishes on board and shared our updates on posters and social media.
Over the last few months, a feasibility study has been carried out by AGL Architects in Stirling and Helen Terry Associates. We are very grateful for funding for the study, which was being received from the Architectural Heritage Fund and also from Cruachmore Wind Farm Trust and the Colglen Community Council. Without this, we wouldn't have been able to go ahead. The report is available for anyone to see and it's on our website. The study aimed to determine whether the project was viable, both from an architectural point of view and from a business planning perspective, and all the details are in the report. The Friends of Colintraive Church is the name of the charity which aims to acquire the church building, whereas TidesMeet is a trading name for the proposed venue. It was chosen because the high tides come round either side of Bute and meet off the church.
In response to the strong will of our community at our first open meeting, our intention is to retain the building for occasional worship, weddings, funerals and other special ceremonies.
You may ask, why are we asking the community for funding? Until recently, we had high hopes that we would be able to raise the purchase price for the church from external funding sources such as the Scottish Land Fund. However, due to recent Scottish Government cutbacks, this funding is now not available and we now need to ask the community for help. We're hoping to raise enough to purchase the church at market value, pay the legal costs and cover the first 2 years of maintenance while refurbishment is carried out. We are, however, hoping that costs of refurbishment and upgrading will be able to come from external grants, although any surplus from the initial campaign will be held over for that.
As supporters of this endeavour, you have the opportunity to sponsor a piece of the church building. These chunks of church come in a variety of shapes and sizes. £100 sponsors a structural stone. £1,000 sponsors an iconic blue door. Sponsor a step into the church for £500 or the porch itself for £2,000. There are 8 beautiful arched windows with clear glass panes at £1,000 each, and the 2 intricate stained glass windows facing the sea at £5,000 per window. The bell which rings at each service can be sponsored for £10,000, as can the bell tower and the carved stone spire.
Keep an eye out for the totaliser in the village and on the website. We need to raise the money by the 15th of December, as we then have to report back to the Kirk session.
You can donate in a number of ways. First of all, you can donate any amount directly through our Just Giving page by using the link on our website or the QR code on one of our posters, which are located at the village shop, the Colintraive Hotel or the church. You can donate any amount by making a bank transfer to the Friends of Colintraive Church account using our bank transfer details, which are on our website. If you are thinking of donating a large amount, you might want to consider downloading a pledge form or picking up a paper copy from the village shop. A pledge allows you to make a promise to donate a certain amount, but we will not ask you for the money until we are ready to complete the purchase of the building. What will happen if the project doesn't go ahead? If we can't manage to secure enough funding to purchase the church building in time to comply with any conditions of the Kirk session, we will return any donations already made online or by cheque, minus a small deduction for any campaign costs, provided that we have full contact details for the donor. This is explained on the website and the Just Giving pages. Pledges, of course, will automatically expire if we haven't bought the building by June 2026. If we do purchase the building but have to sell it within the first 5 years because we can't make TidesMeet work, we will return as much of the pledged donations as possible. The precise amount returned will depend on a number of factors which are set out on the pledge forms.
First and foremost, the church building will still be able to be used as a church for special ceremonies such as weddings, but also for quiet times. However, one might ask, can an additional venue in the village be sustained? How will the costs be covered? This will form a completely different type of venue to the village hall. It will be small, cosy, comfortable and flexible for a wide range of activities not suitable for the hall setting and making most of the natural light and acoustic potential, thus being complementary to the hall rather than in competition. It is and will be a very different venue to the village hall, and its beauty, setting and structure lend itself to some income generating events such as weddings, concerts and book fairs. The tranquil and picturesque setting makes it very attractive to those outside the village, and these events could be marketed with the hotel or the hall as complete packages. Moreover, it is hoped that the refurbishment, which will include an energy-efficient heating system, insulation and secondary glazing, will make it more economical and thus more cost-effective to run.
TidesMeet.
Quiet contemplation. Warm.
Occasional worship.
Somewhere where someone might want to get married. Accessible to all.
Comfortable. Tranquil.
It's only when something is gone that you miss it. I suppose when I was growing up we took for granted that church would be always there.
Finally, I would like to thank all those who have come along to support us this morning, to our members near and far and to our neighbours in Glendaroe. We began this in summer 2022 just as we were coming through COVID. That seems a while ago and it's now late 2024. During this time we have asked you for your thoughts and ideas on how best to save our church building, and it's been through that constant and reliable support that has given us the confidence to keep going. With a glance back over our shoulder as to what our church building has meant to us in the past, to acknowledge the here and now, but also just as important, it's to look to the future of our village and surrounding villages. We are small in population, but stronger in our community values, and together our voices can help shape how we grow as a community and help pave the way for our younger generation. To those who have strong bonds and ties but find it difficult to make a life here, it's important to seize an opportunity such as this when it arises. When the numbers adding up don't always look clear, it's sometimes the case that when something is really important, you have to go the extra mile. Lastly, to say a huge thank you to my teammates. We have met every week for the last 2.5 years, bar 2 or 3. It's not always been an easy task. We have looked at this project from every possible angle, but always keeping to the front of our minds what you, the village, has asked us to do. It's not for the want of trying, and on your behalf, to save our building from slipping through our fingers. Whatever happens, we can be proud to have given it our all. And finally, these words seem very appropriate to end on. Grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.